overreaction. Two nerds with quick wit, press played in action.
Actually, it's time to see the beginning of Wesley's tale.
I did like the show. It felt very classic sci-fi. Classic sci-fi.
Engage. The Starfleet propulsion expert and his assistant are beaming over to conduct tests on the Enterprise's warp drive engines. They have completed similar adjustments on 2 other Starfleet vessels. According to Starfleet's report, they will simply run tests on different ways of entering warp speed and different intermix formulas. Where's the harm in that?
It's the specs Kaczynski sent us. In my opinion, sir, they're gibberish.
Gibberish.
Mr. Data, would you explain?
Sir, we put Mr. Kaczynski's specs into the computer and ran a controlled test on them. There was no improvement in engine performance.
Stand by for Mr. Riker, Chief. He's on his way.
Aye, sir.
Since you're concerned about these tests.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, they're not friends yet.
I'm the first officer, Commander William Riker, and this is...
Where is the captain, please?
Oh, shit.
He's engaged in other duties, sir.
A ship's engines should be the concern of a ship's captain.
They are, sir. And you, sir, are listed as...
As Mr. Kaczynski's assistant. My actual name is unpronounceable by humans.
You're from... One thing that Kaczynski isn't hiding is bad disposition.
Agreed.
And the other one, his assistant.
He's the puzzle.
Can't read them.
With most life forms, I can usually feel something. I may not be able to understand or interpret it, but I feel something, if only a presence. With him, nothing. Empty space.
He's in. That TV writing, baby. That old school TV writing. We need to set up our stakes and our central conflict right away.
I liked the whole very subtle attempts at establishing dominance. He'll show you to his engine room. The just little things like that. That was cute.
I don't think you understand. This has already been approved by Starfleet Command.
But it hasn't been approved by the chief engineer, or by me.
I didn't know that was necessary.
Now you do.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should speak to Captain Picard.
If you like, it won't change anything.
Now will it do what Kaczynski says it will?
It has a chance. It might work better this way. Yes. Nature itself.
Marry me. Like.
And what else than nature are the elementals of space and time? You are trained in the system. You go in a straight line, confident, yes, perhaps even innovative in a minimalist sort of way. But what I do here is not the end of the process. It is the beginning.
Then we should let him try it.
What do you mean, let him try it? Don't talk about me in the third person as if I'm not standing right here.
Yes, you might as well let him try.
Oh, yes, we might as well let him.
But it feels like he had an interest in Kaczynski, following him around, and was getting something out of that I don't know what it could have been. And now he's transferring his interest because the insight of this.
How
of
do
Wesley.
you like the way that interest was portrayed in young Wesley?
It looked predatory. But I think it's probably a predatory relationship even with Kaczynski, even though Kaczynski is too arrogant to see it.
Yeah. Kaczynski is too old now. Maybe he met Kaczynski when Kaczynski was in high school.
Engineering, this is the bridge. It's your call.
Do this one just like the last time. Nothing changes. Commander, I'll make my preliminary adjustments at warp 1.5 and complete them as we achieve warp 4. Warp 1.5, sir.
Engage.
All right.
Easy warp.
Here we go. What are you doing?
Oh. They went to warp in warp. 10. Oh.
Ah! Oh.
Ooh.
It's off the scales.
No one has ever reversed engines at this velocity. Because no one has gone this fast. Reverse engines.
Reading all stops.
Position, Mr. LaForge.
Well, sir, according to these calculations, we've not only left our own galaxy, but passed through two others, ending up on the far side of Triangulum. The galaxy known as M33.
That's not possible.
And I calculate that at maximum warp, sir, it would take over 300 years to get home.
Well, maybe it's faster because you don't have to compete with the gravity of the galaxy itself. It could be faster in between galaxies. That makes sense, right?
No. What is Kaczynski doing with that alien? Where does that alien come from, and why is he listening to Kaczynski?
Comes from Tau Ceti.
Far away, but
Or
supposedly
you could
all
put down
improved.
like a Tau Ceti.
Tau
Like,
Ceti.
Yeah, alien.
With
Mysterious
weird
Tau
powers?
Ceti alien. What you do is you say very mysterious.
Yeah, okay, polite, very mysterious. Oh.
Message on this has already been transmitted to Starfleet, sir.
It's traveling subspace. They should receive in 51 years, 10 months, 9 weeks, 16 days.
Mr. Data.
He had seconds.
As the power grew, I applied the energy asymptomatically. I anticipated some tilling, but it didn't occur. Now, that was my error, using the vessel functions at the beginning.
What is he saying, number one? Tell the truth, sir, it sounds like nonsense to me. But
He has a bullshit stat also. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be his highest stat. Is like,
go ahead and put it down then. Bullshit 5.
yeah, bullshit 5.
What happened to you? Is it part of what happened to the ship?
Please believe me. I mean no harm to this vessel or those in it.
Is Mr. Kaczynski like he sounds? A joke?
No, that's too cruel. He has sense on a small part of this.
That space and time and thought aren't the separate things they appear to be? I just thought the formula you were using said something like that.
Boy, don't ever say that again. Especially not at your age in a world that's not ready for such...
Oh, I just confirmed everything to you. Okay.
Their proximity is off-putting.
It's got to be intentional. It's got to be intentional.
It is, because I never showed you though. There is the creepiest interview with Gene Roddenberry that I haven't shown. This is Gene Roddenberry is still alive, and he's having influence on this, especially in season 1. Gene Roddenberry is a creep.
In 3 centuries of space travel, we've charted just 11% of our galaxy. And then we accomplished this.
Yes, but isn't the real point? Can you do it again? Can you get us home?
Well, of course I can. I'll just do what I did before.
Yeah, we
Comment is invited. Counselor.
He's convinced he's right. I've no doubt of that.
Captain, can you allow a man who's made one mistake back into a position where he may make another?
Captain, what are our options, really? I mean, if this guy can't get us back, who will?
Captain, we're here. Why not avail ourselves of this opportunity for study? There is a giant
Good job,
protostar
David.
here in the process of forming. No other vessel has been out this far.
Spoken like a true Starfleet graduate.
I was thinking spoken like a true person who won't die of old age.
Well, yeah, you would do that because you're a hater at heart. Kirk would have maybe whispered with Spot. Picard is everybody comments. What do we want to do? See, same way that I ask you. See, I don't just dictate.
Yeah.
I
I do feel like the way that they presented it in this scene is kind of yes, I get it. my first officer had some like doubts about this, and I was like, what could possibly go wrong? And here we are. So what else do you have to say? Anybody else got something to say? Because apparently I should have listened to him.
Number one, tell Kaczynski to prepare to get us out of here.
Aye, sir.
Yep. Yeah, safety of the ship first.
I don't think he did this. I think
Not
that...
now, Wes. Standing by, number one.
But sir, when all this happened, I was watching his...
I'm sure this is fascinating, Wesley, and I'm looking forward to hearing all about it, but not right now. We're ready for you to engage, Captain.
As before, begin at warp 1.5.
Warp 1.5, sir.
Uh-oh.
Is he working?
Oh, Riker sees it now. What the hell?
Told you
See?
so, motherfucker.
Whoa. Wow.
According to the instruments, sir, our speed never exceeded warp 1.5.
All stop, sir.
Yes. But where is this place?
Where none have gone before.
Thank you, Joey. Joey's like, fuck you, Dad.
Given the situation that they're in, where something this unexpected happened, when they thought nothing could go wrong, taking observations of everybody who was on deck at the time, including a child who is shown to be at least a bit perceptive and able to pick things up and retain information, would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, like, you know, and like, yeah, like that is like, you know, a like good read of it. Also, like, you know, for your background understanding, 5th episode, Wesley is just Dr. Crusher's son. Like, nobody, except for Dr. Crusher, nobody is a parent here. None of them. They're like all like still getting used to the idea of kids on a starship. Like they're all still adapting to it because that's never been done. But you know.
What is it?
Klingon Targ.
Insufficient freaking out. Insufficient freaking out.
But when I was a child,
You're telling me it's a kitty cat?
yes. I suppose you could call it that.
Aww.
Oh! What did Wesley say about the difference between thought and reality?
Wasn't. That there wasn't. Thought,
Oh,
space,
flashback.
time, reality.
Just a crewman. No rank. Just a violinist that we gave a uniform to. The holodeck is everywhere.
What are you viewing?
Come and have a look.
No.
I'll make it good and strong. The way you like it. You can have a nice, long talk. But I'm always with you. You know that.
But in Star Trek Picard Season 2, you hanged yourself.
I felt that. Captain, you were reported headed for...
Just a moment, number one.
Oh. Maman. Au revoir, maman.
No. Let's help all of us.
Yeah.
Back to business.
General quarters, red alert. This is the captain. This is not a drill. It seems that in this place, the world of the physical universe and the world of ideas is somehow intermixed. What we think also becomes a reality. We must, therefore, I repeat, must begin controlling our thoughts. We will give you more.
Oh, that's just gonna make it worse.
The Enterprise will stay at full alert until the crisis is over.
I should have realized it wasn't Kaczynski.
How could you?
You're fired.
How could any of us?
Wesley did.
Yep.
If you knew something, why didn't you say so?
He tried. Twice. I didn't listen.
Yeah, good.
I appreciate that.
He's dying.
He mustn't. He
We're
must
stuck
get
in
us
those.
back.
Realistically, that doesn't seem possible.
I was going to like put your mind at ease that like and I know it's a like spoiler, but just to put your mind at ease. The Traveler is not healed by Wesley's kiss. That's
Ew.
not what's going to happen. That doesn't happen except in your mind.
That was not in my head until you
By
put
your
it there, and I
imagination.
really wish you had not put it there. Ew. Yeah, telling everybody don't think about things because it can become real. It's like the best way to get nightmares on your ship. That's the best way to get nightmares on your ship. Unless you're like, if you go to your quarters and have this kind of sedative created or something, like we'll have it delivered to all of your replicators.
My equipment doesn't register his kind of life signs. I would have to guess exhaustion, fatigue.
Is he gonna be all right?
What is the boy doing here?
Mom, he's my friend.
You may want him here before we're done, sir. He seems to have developed some sort of special attachment to the boy.
My name is Wesley, Commander Riker.
He knows.
We all know.
You recognize me. I'm the captain, and I need answers.
Do my best to provide
Then what is the purpose of your journey?
curiosity.
That's not an answer.
I have certain abilities. They give me a knowledge of propulsion. I've been trading this for passage on Starfleet vessels.
And allowing Kaczynski to take credit for what you did?
It seemed a sensible way.
Until now.
Captain, I seek only transportation in order to see and experience your reality.
You have brought my ship and my crew into grave risk.
I have made some mistakes.
Some mistakes. What mistakes could possibly explain these?
Subscribe.
I have the ability to act like a lens which focuses thought.
That's just so much nonsense. You're asking us to believe in magic.
Oh yes, this could seem like magic to you.
Then why? In all of our history, is there no record of you or someone like you ever having visited us?
What wonderful arrogance. There is no record because we have not visited you before.
Why not?
Well, because up until now, if you'll forgive this, you've been uninteresting. It's only now that your life form merits serious attention.
He's very weak.
The captain is right. We must hurry. But first, I request a moment with the captain. Alone. Such musical geniuses I saw in one of your ship's libraries. One called Mozart, who as a small child wrote astonishing symphonies. A genius who made music not only to be heard, but seen and felt beyond the understanding, the ability of others. Wesley is such a person, not with music, but with the equally lovely intricacies of time, energy, propulsion, and the instruments of this vessel, which allow all that to be played. You're right, I must hurry now. But you're right in something else. He is just a boy for now. He should be encouraged, but told none of this.
Prime directive. All right.
Science fiction stories of this type. That Traveler would be Wesley, or something like that, because time doesn't matter anymore in this thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like a pogo stick paradox. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do we know he's not?
We don't, but I don't because Wesley does end up like having an arc in this as a person, so it's not quite so. But then the whole thing is don't tell him. So I don't know. Maybe he is, but that would be one of the like just a very weird relational thing.
All decks, all stations. This is the captain speaking. All decks, I must have your full attention. In a few moments, as we attempt to walk back home, it is vital, absolutely vital, that you center your thoughts on your duty or on the welfare of the one called the Traveler. Think of giving him some of your strength. Now, this is an order. You must try to do this.
Put his picture on all of the view screens.
Attempt to concentrate completely on your duty of the moment or on the Traveler, on his well-being.
I will need Kaczynski back on the computer.
Who, me?
Why?
You need me? Yes.
Come on, friend. All right. Or that's like...
1.5, retroactive.
He's so full of himself that it's enough to push it over the edge. Holy shit.
Exactly. You need me. So he's hard to think Kaczynski's own arrogance.
Oh my gosh.
Which he knows is a huge battery of a thing. See? This guy is beyond. He's very smart. Very, very clever.
On my order, Mr. Data, Mr. LaForge. Engage.
The power of friendship. Got it. All right. Good, Wes. You can give him one more. I have to get Warp Mozart back home. Yep. And he goes... Whoa.
Warp 1.5, sir, which is what my instruments have read all along.
And our position reads exactly what it was before this sleigh ride began, sir.
Have the boy sent to the bridge, number 1.
Wesley Crusher report to the bridge. On the double.
The boy.
Our next assignment is on this heading. Yes, sir. Commander Riker has told me how supportive you were in engineering. Well done. Oh, at ease. Sit here in command.
Captain, it's not allowed.
Your orders. For outstanding performance in the best Starfleet tradition, Wesley Crusher is made acting ensign with the duties and privileges of that rank. And whether that rank becomes permanent, Mr. Crusher, depends on you. At the earliest opportunity, your entrance application for Starfleet Academy will be tendered. Until then, you will learn this ship, every operation, every function. Commander Riker, a duty schedule for Mr. Crusher, heavy on study.
Aye, sir.
Meanwhile, you can sit here and learn something.
Aww.
Sir?
Oh, he
Should
gets a
I send
shelf.
Dr. Crusher?
Why, someone ill? Or would you rather tell her about this, Wes?
If you don't mind, sir, I'd like to sit here for a while. I'll tell her later.
Traveler, Warp Jeff Goldberg, like, you know, like very, very interesting, good, like, characterization, like, you know, like alien and threatening, but not like, you know, creepy. Creepy. Yeah, to our jaded sensibilities, yeah, maybe creepy, but I guess, like, you know, if you met somebody who was like a genius and they didn't know it, wouldn't you be like, oh, wow, oh, yeah, you know, especially in this little like ape race that has only become recently interesting. So I don't know. I kind of like the like assholeness of Kaczynski. Very well portrayed. Very well portrayed. It's like, you know, because in the beginning it's like, ugh, this guy, and then at the end even he serves a purpose when he like, you know, comes around, and once he's been revealed and everything, so that's good. Like, you know, Wesley was for it to be centered around him, like, he did as good as a child actor could do. I mean, like, you know, it's season 1. He's still new into the role. But, like, Will Wheaton he's got acting chops already at this point, was in Stand By Me and like, other things and stuff like that. Like, you know, so he carried it off pretty well. Impressed that they gave, like, Counselor Troy some lines in this also. She was actually helpful, which... sad to say, we will not be seeing in very many episodes and stuff like that. They needed an emotional barometer for the ship, so she fulfilled her purpose.
All of this journey to the edge of the universe and back had to take place in less than an hour in a 45-minute time slot. So you have there's a lot less of like, hey, this makes sense. Let's have a bit of conflict on the ship between people. The communication's actually pretty good. There's enough time... there's opportunities that in a longer movie would be like, okay, they're still not talking to Wesley. Wesley tries to get someone's attention twice in this. He'd be like going to adults for like the first hour of a movie. Hey, I need to tell you something. And then, so there isn't a lot of time to build it. There's more time to showcase. Look at this edge of the reality. Look at this. There's more that we haven't explored.
And yet it all fits in like 45 minutes.
It all fits in 45 minutes. So it's mostly about the showcasing of it, though, and less of the plot. It could be a setting up of a basis for further plots.
You enjoy kind of like the writing that was involved when people had to lock in and you couldn't stream or anything like that. Let us know down in the comments. What else can they do for us, Barish?
They can like and they can subscribe.
Definitely. So we're going to go to where many people have gone before, which is off of this podcast. So
Get ready to lock in. Roll for reaction. Players, y'all about to win.